Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of At Home with George. I hope you guys have got your coffee. We are live, and today's topic is we're going to talk about, obviously, Desi Dosts, how we can entertain Hamara Bache in our homes during this lockdown, during the coronavirus situation. So I shared obviously a lot of resources yesterday online. I will share them again today, and that's more educational resources. What I'm talking about today is more entertainment, how we can entertain our children and not just rely solely on TV and the iPad. So first of all, I think just one thing I wanted to start off with was to talk about it's really important with the kids is to make sure they have a schedule. Okay. Sorry, I'm live on Instagram here and on YouTube as well. So I'm going to be sharing resources on my Instagram later on, but I'll be sharing resources in the YouTube link right away. So first of all, I said it's important to build a schedule. So I'm going to just share something that you can do that makes a schedule. Here it is. It's a schedule builder that kids can use. And here it is. I'm just going to share it with you, and you can get it and use it for your kids to build their schedule for the coming weeks. So it's really important to have a set routine, have a set schedule for them, and that is a resource that we can use first and foremost. Secondly, and I think it's important because for kids this is a slightly upsetting time. It's a disconcerting time. They don't know what's going on, and so you need to give them that structure and that schedule in order to keep things as consistent as possible for them. So get them to help them. They'll have fun doing it, and then you can divide the days into time for work, time for learning, and time for activities. But today we're going to be talking mostly about activities. And one thing that I think is really fun is that an activity where you get the children to put on a show. So get them to put on a show. It could be a play, it could be a dance performance, and they can get to use your wardrobe. So get them to go into your closet and put on your hats and your tabaktas and your saris and obviously in your shalwar kameezes, whatever, and get them to put on a performance. And they can write the play, and then they can rehearse the play, and then they can perform the play for you and your husband or wife. So I think that would be quite a fun thing for them to do. And if they're a little bit younger, and younger children, get them to make dens or forts using cushions and blankets, and make them use the things within the house to make a fort or a den. They love doing that. I enjoyed it when I was a child, and I know that kids enjoy it here too. So that's that. Now, obviously, I'm going to just share you some indoor activities that kids can do to get them, because obviously it's important that they burn off a bit of energy, because they're going to be cooped up inside for most of the day. So here's some 25 indoor activities, that exercise games that kids can do from inside. So here I'm sharing that on YouTube. Again, Instagram, I'll be sharing all these links with you later on in a post that I'll do. So don't worry about that, okay? I will be sharing all these links. So that is a 25 activities that you can do. And this is quite a fun activity. Obviously, you can do is, sorry, I've lost myself here. Okay, the other thing is card games, okay? Kids love card games, and obviously we all love card games. We grew up playing them. But often they've gone out of fashion slightly as we've gone online, and it's a really good opportunity to connect with the kids and have discussions with them whilst playing a good old-fashioned card game. Here I'm going to give you links to 3 of, I think, some of the fun, best card games for kids, quite easy for them. This is Rummy, and that's a good fun card game. Here it is. I'm sending it to you now. This is Spit. That's a really fun card game. Again, I'm sending you the link now. And this card game is called Slapjack. And it's, again, 4+, and all you need is a 52 pack of cards. So I'm just going to send this to you now. Hold on, where are we? Bear with me. And yeah, so these are some card games you can play with your children. Again, Instagram Live people, I will be sharing all these links with you later. I'm sharing them at the moment with my YouTube Live audience, but I'll be sharing all these links for activities that you can do at a later date. Okay, so don't worry about that. They'll be on my Instagram soon. Okay. Oh, Rizwan sent a request to be in your live video. Later on, perhaps, Rizwan. Not now. I'm just going to talk about things that we can be doing with kids to entertain them. So we've talked about putting on a play, putting on or dance, letting them raid your wardrobe. We've talked about online activities, indoor activities to keep them exercised and energized. And now we've talked about card games. I've just put some card game links on there as well. And okay, now what other resources do we have here that we can do? The other thing is, obviously, baking is really important. It's a great opportunity to teach your children things like measurements so you can incorporate some mathematics in there, from measuring the milliliters to the quantities of all the baking goods, as well as teaching them how to cook. There are really easy recipes online, like banana bread that you can do. So if you've got some rotting or old bananas that are going off, this is an ideal thing for them. And then there's cookies as well. I will share some resources with you on that later on. Yeah, so Kamal Nakvi has written saying, quite useful schedule creation web for kids. And as a man, we should be helping in the household work too in order to keep us busy. Absolutely, everybody should be helping. If you don't have domestic help, we should all be pulling our weight. You know what my task today is? It is to clean the toilets. Yes, I have been given that enviable task by my wife. So I will be cleaning all our toilets today. So with the Harpic and the toilet brush. So that's what I'll be doing this afternoon. Lucky me. Anyway, let's carry on to some more resources that we can use for our kids. Okay, here is we talked about baking, but here's some cooking, a link on how to cook with kids. It's a useful opportunity for easy recipes that you can cook with kids. So here goes. I'm just sending that to you now. And what else do we have here? We have, okay, we have baking. Okay, this is, again, there's some other things you can do is sewing lessons. I don't know if you know how to sew, but it's a good opportunity to teach your kids if you do sewing lessons. That's a great thing to do. For younger kids, one thing that I would recommend doing is get them to fill up a bucket, a dabbard of some sort, put in some washing up liquid, and get them to scrub and clean their plastic toys. It's an opportunity, obviously, for cleanliness in this time of ultra hygiene that we are in, but it's also a great opportunity for them to learn to scrub and clean and clean their toys. And they love playing with the soap suds and everything else. So that, I think, is a really good opportunity for them to do that. Also incorporate some silliness into the day as well. I know I talked about scheduling and having a routine, but you can also make things light-hearted as well to mix up the day. So perhaps have for lunch a picnic on the floor on a sheet or something. So rather than if you can't go for a picnic outside, why don't you have a picnic indoors and actually get the children to create that picnic for you and let them make the sandwiches, and that saves you from having to cook a meal yourself. Get the children to make the sandwiches and put everything together and have a picnic on the floor. So you can incorporate silliness as well. There might be one day where you have dinner for breakfast and breakfast for dinner. Again, just to make things a little bit different and light-hearted. For older kids, I recommend get them to research world cultures. So perhaps they could look up world cultures and see if they can make a dish from that culture. So get them to say, okay, could you find out a bit more about France, or Italy's in the news? Yeah, find out a bit more about Italy. What pasta dish can you make from Italy? And get your older kids to try and research their knowledge on Italy, and then get them to make it. So that's important. Also remember that you don't have to occupy every hour of every day with the kids. They can also have you can give them free time for them to explore and play as well. So it doesn't need to be just scheduled day by every hour and every minute. You can also give them some downtime as well. There's also an ability to make slime. I'm just going to try and find that recipe if I can. If not, I will post it later for you. There are online games as well that you can play. Similar to board games. Obviously, you can play board games, but if you don't have those board games, there are things similar to that. This is similar to Scrabble. It's called Words with Friends. I've just put that on there for you. This is called Cat and Universe. It's actually no, I don't think I'm going to share that. It's in German. Hold on, what's this? This is a good game. I'll just share this with you as well as a resource. Anyway, so here are some games that you can do to keep your children occupied. Let me know what you're doing now to keep your kids occupied, okay? So that's enough talk from me. Let's hear from you guys. I'm going to speak to, and I can now incorporate some people into the conversation. Good morning from Riyadh. Good morning. How are you? My 9-year-old son loves to watch your Urdu learning and other video games. Present memory it was. Pleasant memory. Present memory. Any plans on doing another season, perhaps on your YouTube channel? I'd love to. The problem is, those kind of shows cost money, and we don't have any money these days for that kind of television, unfortunately. Oh, my hair's standing up. I did pavlova and Santa cookies with children. Great. Fantastic. That's really good. Okay, I've got Aisha and send a request to be in your video. Okay, we're going to go live. Let's see if they are going to be. Let's see. Let's see if we're going to have someone join us. Let's go back to YouTube. What is happening here? Hi, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I'm good. Oh, hello. Who is this?
This is my son Basil, who loves to watch your videos.
Oh, hi. How are you? Okay, just for my YouTube audience, I'm gonna.
We're not from Riyadh. We're Pakistani. We're living in Riyadh.
You're living in Riyadh. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Kaise aap?
Yeah, it's good way to do live chat and talk with you. Get their boredom off also.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you doing to keep your children active and busy?
This one actually has distance learning since 3 weeks. So in the morning he's doing schooling.
Right.
And I have to keep him and his other brother busy because his father is also working from home. So with them, we do funny, silly Instagram filters, or we play in that. We have a tent and they go inside and play like a picnic kind of thing. And then the brother gets free and they play rugby games. They're all three boys, so you can imagine how the boys can do in the house.
Yeah, I bet. How are you coping? Are you exhausted?
Yeah, this is the third week in Saudi, so yes, totally exhausted. Third week has started.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely chatting to you, and I will share the resources that I've shared on my YouTube channel with my Instagram followers as well, so you can look up some of those games and activities that we talked about just now. So I will share them with you.
Yesterday I got them busy into cooking, so they made cookies, M&Ms and Santa cookies we call them. So yeah, made that.
That's great. Cookies are wonderful as a way of just getting them comfortable in the kitchen, and obviously they're delicious to eat as well. So yeah, and also teach. I'll try and make everything educational if you can. So get them to measure out the amount of flour and the amount of butter and so on and so forth, and then try and sort of do basic maths with them whilst you're doing that.
My son wants to offer his piece of toast to you.
Oh, thank you for your lovely piece of toast. Well, I'm going to say goodbye from now. Thank you for the bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
So that was lovely. A lovely conversation there. I'm going to... Oops. Wait, what's happening here? Let me switch back. I think I'm going to go from my Insta family now. I'll see you later. I might pop in on Insta later on. But I'm going to be talking to my YouTube audience now. I think this experiment hasn't quite worked, having both Insta and YouTube live at the same time. But I will be sending the resources to you later on in the day. Okay? So bye-bye Instagram, and see you. Okay, so that was my Instagram. Sorry guys, you're my primary audience at the moment. Now, so let's have a chat. So what does everyone think about all those resources I've shared? Please look up in the chat room at the resources and see what you think. Okay. Sobia Afzal says, hi sir, love your Urdu. Thank you. So what is everyone else doing with their kids? Let me know. Let me see what everyone's... what are people doing with their kids at the moment? How are you entertaining them? How are you keeping them occupied? Let me know. Okay. It's all gone quiet. I'm just going to share you some other resources. This is a good little maths game. It's called Bedtime Maths. Hold on. AZ says, I don't have kids. Wakas Butt says, I'm living in Malaysia right now. Okay. How's it going in Malaysia? What's happening there, Wakas? Are you all on lockdown there as well? Hi, George Khan. Thank you. Bitzap says, how are you? मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हैं? आप खैरियत से? Umair Basra says, no kids, not planning to have one either. It scares me to bring a child in as well. I know what you mean. It is a scary time for having children, but we will persevere through this. Don't worry. And actually, the good thing is that it doesn't seem to affect children too much, the coronavirus. They may be carriers of it, but they don't seem to be adversely affected by the symptoms of it. So that's one good thing. I'm living alone almost 10 years. Really? Okay. Well, Wakas, look after yourself, okay? Right. Well, if that is it, I'm going to call it a day. And I'm going to go and share these resources with you officially online. And hope you all are having fun. Okay, so take care, guys. And I will see you again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.